And I challenge you to disprove what I'm saying right now. If you disagree with me, tell me how it feels different.
Just looking, I promise.
When you walked out of this tunnel in Grounded 2, did you feel the same way you did when you walked past the baseball in the first game, if you played the first game? Because I know I didn't. When you walk out of this tunnel, the world does look large, but it doesn't have any outstanding characteristics in terms of things that stand out, like the baseball or the oak tree. Later on, you will discover these things. But the reason I'm making this video is because I think that the map design, the way the map is laid out right now for Grounded 2, it feels like it's bland and devoid of character. It feels like almost every zone is a copy of the other zones. There's very little in them that just stands out as unique and a reason to want to go back to those places. The only ones I can kind of think of are the ice cream cart and maybe the fire pit. Everything in the game can be found in almost every zone. If you walk around each of the 9 zones in the map, you will find almost all of the creatures that exist in the game that are not the non-orc creatures, the regular creatures that are in the game. Well, you'll find in every zone. You'll find most resources can be found in most zones. And if they can't, they can be found within 1 or 2 combined.
Buggy boy. Sorry I got you into this mess. My science? I like it raw. Roadster of the bug world. Ah, that hit the spot. Bug down, bug down! Almost forgot my budget.
When I'm walking around here, tell me what you see that feels different or outstanding. I'm just going to walk around almost in like random directions. The underground areas feel really cool, but there's no labs to explore through like there was in the first game. There's no haze area. And I'm not saying I want everything copied and pasted from the first game. I certainly don't want that. But thinking back to the original Grounded game, the lower yard, you had the grasslands, which was great, right? The grasslands was cool. You started off there. You had the koi pond. You had the hedge. You had the haze. You had the picnic table. You had the sandbox. You had the trash heap. All the anthills and stuff like that. You had it was like there were so many different things. And in Grounded 2, that doesn't exist. You can just see the complete split in the biome here. It is a natural border, and you don't see that in pretty much any other part of the map. The rest of the map is basically grass, dry grass, and then a random POI, like a large POI like the podium over there, or the picnic table just plopped down in an area with the same creatures and mostly the same resources. You can literally spend the entire game in those first two little areas in the bottom and get everything except for charcoal.
will drive. Let's go.
And I can tell you right now that just walking around right now, I feel nothing. It just feels the same. What is different from what I've been before? I don't see anything new. Nothing that I need to harvest. There's no new creatures that I'm running across that I couldn't have seen within the first 10 minutes of the game.
Buggy gotta work on their cardio. Bug at this.
The only thing unique in these is essentially this terrarium. This point of interest right here, the cage that the tarantula got out of. Have flowers in like a flower bed only grow over here where you have to go here, or over here where the statue is. And a really good example of this is if you finish the game and you've done everything, go up here onto the sidewalk around the statue area and tell me what you see. Because I'm going to tell you what you see. You're going to see a barren landscape. It's like a desert. Once you've killed all the orc creatures, they don't respawn. And nothing replaces them. So there's literally nothing up here. You just wander around and there's nothing. Outside of the randomly probably not supposed to be spawning orc spiderlings that are inside this little hedge area, there's nothing else up here. You might have a bee or two land up on this statue. But other than that, you can wander around this whole area and not fight anything. Same thing happens in the fire pit. Once you've cleared the fire pit and done the story, you can just go in there and freely harvest the resources as long as you don't get sizzled to death because of the sizzle bug that's going on right now. But once that's fixed, you'll be able to freely go in there and just harvest everything and not have to worry about it. The only thing on there is on top of it is a cockroach queen spawns on top of it now for some reason. Other than that, you can literally freely explore the whole thing and you're perfectly safe. I challenge you to tell me how this game does that. How does this game differentiate each part of the map right now? Because it doesn't. You have the ice cream cart and that's it. Everything else is the same. They could change it where certain creatures are only found in certain areas. And going forward, they could make sure that every new part added feels different enough from the other parts.
We could bottle that up and make a killing.